your best requires commitment. We share that dedication to excellence. Introducing new Titleist 917 medals, the standard for complete performance.
Coming in today, I mean, you're just the name on everybody's lips for two reasons. For winning after being out there for 10 years.
Yep.
And also, how did you keep playing for 10 years without a win?
Oh, you never lose a desire to play the game. You know, as soon as you lose that, it's too hard. The competition's too strong. But, you know, I've never lost that desire. I know it's always been in there. I've always felt good. So you just keep working and, you know, obviously there still needs to be a light somewhere there that you can see. And you know, I could still see it was there. It was just getting a chance for it to happen. And thankfully we had the chance and we took the opportunity.
Jeff Ogilvy came in here and he said the desire to play is always there. Mm-hmm. He said just it's the other things that sometimes get in the way, the time away from family, the travel, the hotels. That's the thing that's kind of sets you down a little.
Yeah, the hotel and travelling definitely gets old. Being away from the family is definitely difficult. But, you know, we have a lot more freedom at home now. All the kids are in school. So, you know, Ange is now free from... It's only 7:30. They're all on the bus, so you know this. You know, family life is freed up. So there's a lot of things change. You know, you go through. You see a lot happens when the guys have families. They can't put in the time that they need to, and you know maybe the golf suffers a little bit. But no, it's nice. You're just happy to be in a good spot, and the game feels really good.
You're exempt now until you're 50. The magic 5-0. Was that always on your mind to either keep playing the regular or like Vijay Singh or go on to the senior at 50?
You know, before 3 weeks ago I was ready to just bring on the seniors. But yeah, it's just the freedom now we have to pick and choose. It's you know, it was always such a grinder that now I just can play till 50. So you know, I still think there's plenty of good golf left in me, so you know I'm going to keep going out there, and if I can be 51, 52 and feel competitive, then yeah, I'll keep going. But if not, it's not a bad option to go out and play on the seniors tour.
And this week, Royal Sydney, it fits your eye. You like the golf course?
It's good. I certainly I enjoy the golf course. You know, obviously the Australian fits my eye a little bit better. Yeah. But the golf course is good. You know, I've played it. Although the greens seem very small, I think they over the years they've come in a little bit, so a lot smaller than I remember. But yeah, the course is playing great. It's really in good shape out there. So I'm looking forward to the challenge. Hopefully the wind won't be too strong, but it's definitely a good test of golf out here.
Questions, please. Bruce.
Rod, firstly, congratulations on a couple of weeks ago. Are you able to describe the level of pride that you had in winning, given the circumstances? And I know you did win on the Web.com tour 12 months or so ago, but in terms of your persistence, chasing invites, keeping your relevance on the PGA Tour going, and then finally winning, are you able to describe that level of pride that you had?
Oh, yeah, it's a tough one to describe. It's... you know, it's yes, it's been a lot of hard work, but the last 4 years it's been interesting. Just the game's slowly been coming back, so it's been there. We've showed some flashes of where I want the game to be, and to get there and to beat the guys again is yeah, you know, it's a massive amount of pride in what you've done out there. It's you know, it's interesting. I was having dinner with Jerry Kelly at Jackson the week before, and I was just talking to Jerry a little bit because he's 50 in next week or in a couple of weeks, and you know I talked to him and he basically just said he just depends on how you want to go out, how you want people to look at you going out, and I thought, you know, that's an interesting way of looking at it. So whether that was you know, it's just one of those that stuck with me. I thought that's, you know, it's a great way to think about at 47, because realistically you're nearly in no man's land with where you are. So now to have full exemption is, it's great. I've got somewhere, I know exactly where I'm going to be. So, you know, hopefully we can build on the pride. I think it's it's great when you come home. You know, you see all the different the local club I went to on Saturday. Everyone's so happy, and it's just great. You know, it's you can't beat that, and it's been a long time. Obviously, the win at the Webb was great, but it's not to this level. So just the message you get from everyone's been awesome.
Rod, we just had Jordan in here at 23. Mm-hmm. Can you remember back when you were 23? And what's the journey been like? And how's your own outlook on the game and the game itself perhaps changed in those years?
Well, I guess 23, I was still in the shop at Bribie Island, I think, at that stage. So game's changed a little bit since then. But, it's definitely... you know, the biggest change is where the carry of the driver, the way the carry they have. Like, I still think I hit it pretty hard, but I just don't carry it like these guys do. So my direction needs to be a bit better. But you know, you take drive away, and the rest of it's pretty similar. It's a tough game, and you're going to have these young guys who haven't got a lot of scar tissue right now, and they can just go at everything. So, you know, eventually they'll have a little bit of that, and you know, there'll be some kid 5 years younger than they are that doesn't have that anymore. So it's just a progress throughout the whole career where you've just deal with little things here and there and overcome it, and then you just continue on. But I'd say the game is, you know, a lot deeper. There's more depth in players now. There's every person in the field can basically win. But yeah, just I think the carry is more. The guys can carry it. That 300 now seems to be a pretty simple number.
Mark? Right, I've got one normal one for you and one fun one. Last year you talked about video analysis of when you were, you know, maybe at the height of your physical powers, you know, early 2000s, mid-2000s, watching the video and trying to get your swing back to that. Are you still doing that, and is it right where it was back then?
It's pretty close. You know, it's there could still be some improvements in there, but I think there's other things that have improved a lot more as well, which I told my coach, Alex Murray, over in that's who I work with in San Fran, and he I told him that's the best I've ever hit it in my whole career. You know, the iron play's just been amazing. So I think the swing is very close to then. It's just now just a little bit, I guess, a little bit smarter and a bit more knowledge up top, which is helping.
Royal Caboolture on the weekend?
No, I was actually at RQ. I didn't get there. No, that's Wednesday coming. Next Wednesday's back up at Caboolture.
How did you? Was it a Stableford competition?
Yes.
What'd you shoot?
I had 37 points off +6.
Was that good enough to get a ball or something?
It was $15. But I did win the pro pin, which was 13 balls.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, my account's full again.
Rod, given your win the other week, I guess heading into this tournament, there's a bit of expectation that you probably wouldn't have had previously in a long time. How does that change things now?
Well, the expectations just from, you know, I have my own expectations that I've always have, so, you know, I can't control other people's expectations. But yeah, sure, it's got to be high, but, you know, every time I come home I expect to have a good showing. So yeah, that hasn't, for me it hasn't changed.
Rod, last year it was a few Bundy and Cokes before shooting a 61. What do you need to do around Royal Sydney to go low again this year?
Well, maybe I can have some Grange now. I got some bottles of rum. Would you? Can I get some Grange now? Yeah. That'd be nice. Not sure. I'll, you know, that was. Hopefully, I'm in a little bit better position, so I don't have to do that. I can just go out and I'll be a lot closer than I was then.
Yep. Cheers.
Thanks. Rod, obviously, you're in fantastic form. Congratulations on Vegas and the 37 on Saturday. How important, and you mentioned obviously you're not driving as far as the younger guys now, but looking at Vegas, I mean, the putter was on fire. How important again will that be this week?
Oh, sure. You know, and this golf course it's good for me. There's a lot of run. Like they're hitting it a long way, but still, you know, there's some holes out there. It's, I'm still getting it out there. I'm not complaining about how far I hit it by any stretch, but yeah, the putter's got to be hot. There's no question. You can't win a golf tournament if you're not putting good. So, thankfully, mine woke up at the right time. But obviously, it still feels good in the hand. So it's you know, once we finish here, I'll go and practice putting and make sure it's ready to go.
Bruce?
Rod, one of the more interesting aspects of your career is that you went to the United States straight away before it was almost fashionable to do so. I think you and Paul Gower headed over there and played maybe it was the Hogan Tour then, or the Web.com Tour.
Web. Or Buy.com.
Sorry, Buy.com Tour.
Yep.
If you were advising a young guy now, it seems more and more young guys want to tackle the United States straight off rather than go to Europe.
Yep.
What would be your advice to a young player, which way to go?
Well, I think when we went over there, the Buy.com tour was very good, as in you had 30 events on tour, and you could drive the whole tour schedule. Now it's changed a lot, where there's 8 international flights early on, there's only 13 in the mainland. So if someone asked me now, I'd nearly send them back to head towards Europe a little bit more. Just it's a bit more consistent there. Obviously, it's difficult to get straight onto the main tour now. You can't do it through, there's no tour school anymore, basically. So I would nearly be, suggesting to head back to Europe. It's just a little bit easy to get out there, I think, via Europe right now.
Nicole?
Rod, two players over 40 have won this title in the last 10 years. Can you be the third?
Sure. Yeah, I hope I proved it a couple of weeks ago. So, no, absolutely. I feel good. Confidence is high. So, it's like anything. You've still got to have a little bit of luck. So, hopefully we'll get a little bit of that, and we'll be right there at the end.